Greetings everyone, welcome back to the Fralix Arms channel. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. A little news before we get going with this video is I had several videos made for you guys. If you remember my previous video, I did an unboxing of I think my AR armor's vise, and I was working on getting some ARs built. I might be able to salvage some of that footage, but to get to the point, I lost a lot of footage. One of my hard drives in my computer failed. It has never happened to me. I made a similar video just like this one on my other channel, on my Snowdrift motovlogging channel. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go check that out. But for you guys that like guns as much as I do, it really kind of sucks because I don't upload to this channel a whole lot. But I'm gonna run you guys through everything you missed. And one bit of good news, I found out that I'm gonna be a father soon. So that is great news for me. I'm super excited to be a dad. I've wanted to be a dad my whole life, and finally that's happening. So without further ado, let's get on with today's topic. So earlier this year, way earlier this year, I uploaded a video called The Year of the Hunt, or something along those lines. And what I meant by that is that me, my stepbrother, my father, and my stepbrother's grandfather, we were all going to go out to Texas, Arkansas, around that area, and we were going to go on a boar hunt. That ended up not being possible for a couple reasons, but I'm not going to get into that. That's not the point of this video. But what is the point of this video is that, as many of you know, me and my wife moved down to Alabama. So now, if I want to hunt up in Tennessee, I have got to get a out-of-state Tennessee hunting license. Technically not true. Back in April of this year, Tennessee passed a law that if you were born in the state of Tennessee, you can apply for a residential hunting license. So you can look all that up, all the information up for yourself. Basically what it means is that I sent my birth certificate, I sent my birth certificate to the TWRA, and now I can purchase a residential Tennessee hunting license even though I live out of state, which is great because I still live pretty close to Tennessee. So although I won't be going on a boar hunt this year, I am going to deer hunt this year, which is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've only been a couple times, and I have had a blast every single time. I didn't grow up doing that sort of thing. Now that I'm older, I really wish I would have, but I'm really glad that I'm getting the opportunity to do that now, so that way one day I can teach my youngin' how to do it as well. So that got me thinking, and this has nothing to do with hunting deer, but it just gets you thinking about a bunch of stuff. And so I started thinking to myself, okay, here in the Southeast, on the East Coast, as a lot of people would say, we do a lot of sitting and waiting, tree stand type of hunting. But I have always wanted to go on a predator hunt. This is without me doing any research or anything beforehand before making this video, so you can correct me if I'm wrong if you want to, but honestly I wouldn't waste your time because by the time the video goes up I would have done my research. So I've always wanted to go on a predator hunt, and I don't know if that's legal or not. Now I've heard people say if you got enough money anything's legal, which I have to agree, but I've always wanted to, the first deer that I ever get, I want to have like a full shoulder mount, put it up on the wall. If it's a buck, I want a buck, obviously. Like a nice 8-point or bigger, those are good. Because I know about deer hunting and all that stuff. I've just never successfully shot my own deer and killed it. So I've never shot at a deer, period. So anyway, moving on, I would love to go to Africa one day and hunt a lion. Now, some of you may think that that's just stupid. It's the thrill, it's the adrenaline. I'm not the kind of guy to get my adrenaline from jumping out of an airplane and going skydiving. I would probably do that at one point in my life, but I seek my adrenaline from other things. So it would just be really cool to hunt and kill this, you know, predatory animal and have it mounted or have it stuffed or whatever you want to do to it. Now that may sound cruel, but that's not what this video is about. I'm just saying, for instance, because whenever you get like video games and stuff, you know, you go hunt like grizzly bears and wolves and stuff like that. Sure, you can hunt deer and everything, but people enjoy that type of stuff. So, not knowing if it's legal or not, even if I wasn't doing a predatory type of hunt, I was just curious, if I was gonna go hunting, do I have anything that could kill a grizzly bear? Because that was the first thought that I had in my head. Like if I wanted to do something pretty simple, grizzlies are everywhere, you know, here in America anyway, North America. And so I just got to thinking, even if I wasn't hunting a grizzly, am I armed enough in order to be able to kill a grizzly, even if I wasn't hunting one? So, with that being said, do I have something that can kill a grizzly? I don't know. So let's start small and work our way up, shall we? So starting off, if I were to go hunting, this is my Glock 19. It's a 9mm everyday carry pistol. It's a great pistol. I've had it for several years now. It's never failed me, and I've never had to use it, thank God. Will 16 rounds of hollow point 9 take down a grizzly bear? With correct shot placement, sure, I think it probably could. Is it the type of, would this be my first choice? If I could choose from any pistol that I could easily carry, would this be my first choice? Probably not. If I had to choose, I would probably much rather have like a 45 ACP. Now that may be a completely wrong choice. This topic has also been talked about on every forum known to man that has anything to do with hunting or stopping power or anything. So I would think that if I could just pick one round to take with me as just protection, not actually hunting, but for protection, it would probably be a 44 Magnum. Now that is not from experience. I've shot 44 Magnums and they kick pretty hard, but that is not from me, you know, shooting it, having one and shooting it every time I go out. I've shot it, you know, a handful of times, and I don't own one, I never have. So the only problem with a 44 Magnum is that semi-automatic pistols don't come in 44 Magnum, at least not to my knowledge. Glock doesn't make one. And not trying to be just a complete Glock fanboy, but I'm very familiar with Glocks and all of their different models. So Glock makes the 21, which is a 45 ACP. And if I had to pick a Glock, that'd be the one I'd want to take. Someone may argue that they would rather have more capacity than have a bigger, you know, have a bigger bullet. But I mean, you can carry 13 rounds, I think 14 with one in the chamber with 45, and you can carry 16 with one in the chamber with the Glock 19. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt. This is not a how to kill a grizzly bear video. If you're watching this video, it's probably too late for you. You've probably had an arm or a leg ripped off or something. So would the Glock 19 be a good choice? I mean, I'd rather have it than not have it if you have no other choice. but I'd probably pick something different if I had the opportunity. So moving on, my Ruger AR-556, kind of my civil duty type of rifle. This is what I would take if quote unquote shit hit the fan scenario. This would be the gun that I would take because it's a 5.56, probably one of the most common rounds known to man, especially in North America. It's lightweight, very common magazines, and they're just reliable. They're bloody reliable, and it's a great firearm. Could this stop a bear? I'm gonna argue, yeah, it could stop a grizzly bear if you had enough ammunition. The thing about 5.56 and 2.23 is that it's really fast. These were designed to protect people against humans though. Human being, us being the top apex predator on planet Earth. I mean, we are the worst when it comes to just being violent and plotting and being able to think and do things like that. And we shoot back as a species. We can shoot you back. So perfect against a human, this gun. Against a grizzly, I think it would be able to kill a grizzly bear if you had a 100-round drum. 30 rounds may be able to do it. Some well-placed shot right to the skull. I'm sure 2.23 5.56 would break a grizzly skull. And you got 30 rounds to pump into them. So you think something big is running at you. If you can get, 15, 20 rounds, 25 rounds off, they're gonna be hurting, no doubt. Definitely gonna be wounded for sure. So, with that being said, moving on, the next thing I have here, you guys may look at this and be like, oh yeah, the 300 Blackout, good old 300 Blackout that you've seen on this channel several times. No sir, 7.62 by 39. I changed the barrel, changed the bolt, metal mags. This is now a AR-47, as some people may call it. Would this stop a grizzly? Yeah, yes, I would say yes, without a doubt. 30 rounds of 7.62 by 39 would definitely take down a grizzly if you could shoot all of those rounds. Kind of the same with the 5.56, but a 30 caliber bullet versus a 22, I'd much rather have this if it was me against a grizzly, for sure. So yeah, but are the black rifles what you're gonna be hunting with? Probably not. No, you're not gonna have this out in the Alaskan wilderness with you. Could you deer hunt with this? Yeah, probably. You could deer hunt with that. I've seen people do it. It's just not, in my mind, sportsmanlike or ethical. Even though it's a 30 caliber bullet, sure, this would be great out in the wilderness for hunting 30 deer, but I don't think, it's just, there's just something about it. It just doesn't feel very sportsmanlike. You may disagree, but that's just how I feel. So, moving on. Ruger American 308. Could this stop a grizzly? Yes, I 100% believe this would stop a grizzly with one shot. One well-placed shot. Is this what I would want to have with only 4 rounds and a grizzly bearing down on me? Definitely not. You got adrenaline pumping through you, and you've got a 600 to 800 pound, maybe even more truck running at you with 6-inch claws and a mouthful of teeth. This is probably not what I would want to have, because you'd have to wait for that monster to get right up on you, and you'd have to put this thing through its eye socket and pull the trigger. Not necessarily. You could probably just do a well-placed shot anywhere on the head as long as you penetrated the skull, but this is not what I would want to use if a grizzly was bearing down on me. Now, this is what I would have if I was hunting deer, 100%. That's exactly what this is made for. But you're carrying this, maybe you got a sling on it. you're carrying this, you're hunting deer, you're walking back to your truck, you didn't kill anything because it's called hunting, not killing, and a grizzly comes at you. You flip the safety off, you take a shot, grizzly doesn't go down immediately, you pull out your hopefully 44 Magnum, pump about 6 rounds into it, you're probably gonna survive. But this would take down a grizzly with a well-placed shot. You can make the argument that a 22 long rifle could take down a grizzly with a well-placed shot. Sure, I guess it could. If you shot it right in the eyeball and made contact with the brain, shutting down its motor skills and killing it on the spot, maybe. Now this is interesting. This right here is my Hawken 54 caliber percussion cap muzzle loader. Could this stop a grizzly? You may be surprised by my answer. I don't know. I really have no idea if this would stop a grizzly. You would think that with it being a 54 caliber rifle, or no, it's not a rifle. What am I saying? I don't think it's rifled. I don't know if it's rifled or not. Haven't the slightest clue. But it is a percussion cap gun. So I would think so. I would think that this would stop a grizzly. With it being as large of a bullet as it is, and probably the velocity that this thing pushes out that bowling ball of a bullet out of the barrel, if you were at basically point blank range, I think it would do a lot of damage. It would probably just rip the grizzly partially in half. Again, I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I really don't know if this would kill a grizzly. Not only that, you know, I'm a pretty big guy. I'm standing at about 6'3", about 298 pounds, give or take, because it counts. I wouldn't want to carry this around all day. Now, if you were smaller than me, most hunters, based on what I've seen, you know, most guys probably are about 180, anywhere between 5'8" and 6 feet tall. I know bigger hunters. I know bigger hunters than me. And I don't think they'd want to be carrying this around all day either. But you get a guy that's any smaller and it's going to be difficult to carry this around. Not to mention, I don't think this is made for hunting. Honestly, I think it's just supposed to be a mantelpiece. It's a pretty rifle. Haven't made a video about this thing yet, but I really want to, and I really want to shoot it one day. And I'll probably do that in the future at some point so you guys can see it and see what it's made of, because I'm really curious. So, with that being said, do I have anything that can kill a grizzly? Yeah, I think I do. Am I totally prepared to? No, not even a little bit. Best advice I could give you is just try and avoid it. I mean, it's really hard to avoid something, you know, if you're gonna be out there like hiking or whatever, but also carry around some pepper spray. I mean, that wouldn't be my first choice, but at the same time, I would rather have anything than just my bare hands because it's a grizzly. I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to hold my own against a black bear, which black bears are, to my knowledge, not even threatening to humans for the most part. So it just depends. So that's my 2 cents on everything. Hopefully I'll never run into a grizzly by accident. But that's my 2 cents on everything. So maybe I should get a little bit more prepared before I go hunting a grizzly bear or going into bear country and hunting something else. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video, you guys. The 2 guns here that you guys haven't seen is the Hawken and the AR-47. You guys will see videos of those very soon. Again, I am deeply sorry about the fact that I lost a lot of videos that I'd already made for you guys. I hadn't edited them or anything, but I was going to edit them and put them up, and they weren't fantastic, so I don't feel too bad about it. But I really wanted to be able to just bring you guys more content because I really do enjoy making these videos, even though I don't get to upload them as often as I would like. But Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Hope you guys enjoyed the topic. I'm hoping to be able to make a video kind of like this every week until it starts to get a little bit warmer outside. And I also want to take you guys along with me when I go hunting as well. So hopefully I got a whole lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline for you guys. And I really do appreciate the support that I get from you, even though our little family of subscribers is still pretty small. I really do enjoy making videos like this, you guys. So thank you all so much for checking in, and hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.